And, oh, hey, Michelle. Wow, you're here at the very beginning. Um, I don't know that you're here. I think you were here. I can never tell anymore. I don't know anything. Actually, I never did know anything. It's an important thing to recognize that fact. That I never did know anything. So anyway, we have a couple people here, it looks like. So, oh, great. I'm glad you're here, Michelle. So, I was just taking the last bite of a slice of pizza before coming on, so I had to wipe my mouth. Anyway, yep, here we are, another Topic Tuesday. So, and as usual, I'm just going to run my mouth until we get going, really. So I'm working on, right here I have, apparently I don't have a hook. Maybe I'm sitting on it. I don't know. Maybe I don't have it. Anyway, no, that's the finished piece. This is the one I'm still working on. Still don't have a hook. Where did it go? Anyway, so yeah, I felt like picking up my it was a moss stitch cardigan that I started when Granny D did her moss stitch challenge. So isn't that a fun texture for a cardigan? I'm probably, oh, there it is on the floor. There we go. There we go. So I'm just working on the second front panel of this cardigan. Oh, hey, Daniel. Just working on the second front panel of this cardigan, and I can't remember how I did the first one. So I hope it matches up in the end. But if it doesn't, small children won't die. Oh, Michelle, you started the Alicia show? Oh, please let me know if there are any questions, because I really hate to think that that any pattern of mine has anything that is confusing or unclear. So anyway, here, what's going on? I was just in Pivy's. Oh, you're using cotton. Is it pure cotton? Is it a treated cotton? Is it a cotton blend? And what color is it? Is it solid, or is it like self-striping or variegated? I want to see pictures when you're done. So I was just in Pivy's. Pivy is having a marathon today. Pivy Does It All, also known as Ezra. Pivy is doing a marathon today to raise awareness for the Ezra Project. Not the Ezra Project, listen to me, the Trevor Project. Ezra is Pivy's real name. Oof, I get so confused sometimes. Oh, that sounds like fun, Michelle. I do want to see pictures when you're done. So anyway, I was just there, and we were, talking about serious topics like bullying and teenage suicide and a lot of things, and it made me feel very serious. So today I thought I would come in with the topic of Crojo, motivation for crocheting or crocheting your next project. Because, it's perfectly normal for all of us to have our Crojo vary from time to time. A couple of weeks ago, I was feeling a little bit burnt out because I was actually trying to do more than I was capable of, really. So I got myself burnt out, and I didn't want to do anything. So let's talk again. We did talk about Crojo, I don't know, a few months ago. And we got some interesting suggestions from people. So I'd love to hear what everybody in the room has to say about Crojo. How do you regain or maintain your motivation? So, also, by the way, I'm going to post the link if anybody wants to come up with me. So while we're still gathering, I could just go through my regular schedule of posting. Today is Tuesday. I always do a topic Tuesday. And at 3 o'clock, we always go over to Brenda, the newbie crocheter, because nearly every Wednesday, she has a live stream at 3 o'clock. I would also remind people that Ezra, Pivy Does It All, also has a marathon live stream going on today. So it would be really great to visit Pivy whenever you are able today. Well, Michelle, you're saying you push yourself too much. And I'm sure it feels like that. But and I don't know what your experience is with, the way you push yourself. My experience is, I won't say it's 100% consistent this way, but since it sounds like you're saying you have a lot of projects to do, just creating some sort of a schedule. Exactly, Michelle. Start another whip that is easy. No thinking. I call them my palette cleanser projects, like the hats and scarves and things. Of course, lately I've been doing a ton of little hats because of my Hat Not Hate project, and then I've gotten burnt out on that too from time to time. So you have to be careful. But patient. So we're just talking about Crojo, Sharon. Motivation. Hey Kim, glad to see you. We were just talking about Crojo. Motivation. How do you maintain your motivation, or how do you regain it if you find it slipping? Or, sometimes I just let it have a break completely. And that seems to do the trick. Sometimes. I won't say it's always the same. It's probably not always the same for anyone. So, all right. Hello, Diane. Glad to see you. So what's on everybody's hook? Right now in my hands, I have a moth stitch cardigan that I started when Granny D had her moth stitch challenge in May. And I put it down for a while, but for some reason I felt like picking it up again today, even though I also have another project going today. Yes. That's what it was about. I have no idea. So as I was saying, I'm doing the second. Oh, a diamond painting? Oh. I see a lot of people doing that, but I can't say I really understand it. Hey, Linda. Oh, Sharon, yeah, it varies with your arthritis. I can understand that. Michelle, not even a cat in your lap? I'd like to have a puppy in my lap, actually. But that's just me. Probably get away or get in the way of my crochet, but I wouldn't mind. So this is just going to be a test piece anyway. It's going to look at me. Probably. Oh, hey Dana, glad to see you. Dana is in the ads. That means I've got ads now. Because, you know, I'm now monetized. Ooh, today I am a man. So although, if I understand correctly, YouTube was running ads in my videos even before I was monetized. I don't know if I'll ever see any of that ad revenue. But you know what? I don't have to, because I'm trying to diversify my income stream. I'm creating patterns, I'm doing merch, I'm doing all sorts of things. Actually, I had an opportunity this week. Oh, Daniel's dyeing a yarn. Oh, we would never dream of stopping you from dyeing yarn, Daniel. So this week I had an opportunity of helping out a friend who has a business, just on a part-time basis, part-time temporary, but it was pretty physical work, and I wasn't sure, because it was physical, that I could do it well, and I really didn't want to let him down. So in the end I said no. I mean, it would have been a few bucks here and there, but something else will come along. So I'm trying to diversify, Dana. I've got a new shawl pattern coming out this week, and another one that I'm working on that will probably come out next week. And then when I finish this moss stitch cardigan, that will also be a pattern. And I do keep growing in ways other than sideways. So I think that, you know, just got to keep taking the right actions and letting go of the results. Trust in the process. So, I guess we have 9 people in the room right now. And let's see. So anyway, the topic today is about Crojo, motivation. What helps you maintain your motivation, or if it slips a little, what helps you get it back? And you know, we've talked about doing small projects that are, you know, small, easily attainable goals are immensely helpful, no matter what we're talking about. And then things like, I hope that's working. Linda, you're designing your first doily. Oh my goodness, I've never done a doily. Not intentionally. That would be fun. So, yeah, so the shawl I'm working on, I saw somebody else's tutorial for using a stitch that I had pretty much forgotten about. It's not even a stitch, it's a stitch sequence that I had pretty much forgotten about. And I saw that and I thought, ooh, what could I do with that would be fun? And assuming that my idea works, with the yarn that I chose to work it up with. I will be showing it soon, but it's not ready to show even in its work in progress state. So I'm just going to do this cardigan right now because I'd like to finish it as well. So let me just post this link again if anybody wants to come up. Okay, let's see what we're doing here. Okay. See what we can do with that. Okay. Anybody else have anything interesting to talk about? What was going on? I was just in Pivy's live stream. Pivy, also known as Ezra, is doing a marathon live stream all about the Trevor Project, which seeks to help young people who are bullied and feel the need to take desperate measures because of it, especially young LGBTQ plus people. But I'm quite sure that it's not 100% limited to those people. You don't have to take a test at the door. Hey, Laura Lee. And I think that's a very valuable cause to support. So I think that so Ezra's live is going on for 8 hours. He started at 11, which means it will be going on until 7 this evening Eastern. I think that we should all go and be a support. Okay, so you're all being very quiet. I wish you would talk more. What else do we have going on? Any other announcements? Well, I went through. Did I go through? Okay, today is Topic Tuesday. Wednesday I have Wednesday Free for All, which does not have a topic. Thursdays, I used to do a live stream on Thursdays. Now I say that I take Thursdays off, but sometimes I do put something up anyway. Fridays is a variable format. I used to do tutorials on Fridays, but I found that trying to do a tutorial every week was a bit much, and that's one reason I got a little bit burnt out. So now I'm doing a varying format. I'm not even calling it rotating because that implies there's some structure to it. Last week we had a really nice interview with Fiber Floozy. So I still haven't decided what I'm going to do. Oh, hi, Brenda. Dana says you get your Crojo back by scrolling through social media of other creative people. Yes. I have had that experience where just looking at other people and getting new ideas myself, or looking at things and going, ooh, I'd like to make that pattern myself. That sort of thing is really very valuable too. And then more often than not, when I start working on a pattern, or if I look at a pattern, I go, ooh, I could do that a little differently, or ooh, I could do that a little better. And then before long, I've got a pattern of my own. Not that I copy other people's patterns, but, sometimes patterns can be inspired by other people's patterns. Okay. Let's see how many I've got here. Okay. This cardigan is proving to be a little more. I'm not sure it's on all of that. If I had written down what I did with the first front panel, I might be a little better off now. But no, that would be too easy, wouldn't it? Oh well, anyway. So, what else do other people, what else? What's on your hook, I guess is what I mean to say. Pinterest is usually a wholly at lost in. Honestly, I don't get Pinterest. I don't really understand it. Maybe it's because I'm not. I don't know. I don't have to know. Anyway. So this is going to be a pretty awkward cardigan, I think, when I finish it. I'll just have to figure it out at the end. Or what I really should do is just write up something and then start over with what I've written up and see whether that works. Hello, Jane. Sharon Snow agrees with me about Pinterest. I just don't understand it. Diane asks, how did I get into crocheting? Actually, when I was a kid, I saw my mother knit and crochet, and I learned a little bit about knitting then. And then one time, I guess I was maybe 10 years old, my grandmother was visiting and she taught me to crochet a few simple things. And then I don't think I did it ever again until about 5 or 6 years ago when I picked it up. Because at that time, my ex had, he had picked up knitting and become quite an expert at it. And he suggested that I pick up crocheting because perhaps I had mentioned that I had done it as a kid. But he suggested I picked up crocheting and we could be a bi-stitchual couple. And we were. Oh, Jane is asking about the mask on my dog pillow. It is a mask on my dog pillow. This dog pillow I picked up, I don't know how many years ago at a discount store, I think. The mask comes from an animal rescue organization that I support called the Asher House. It's in the Pacific Northwest, and they do remarkable work with pet rescue. But I thought the mask was so cute. Doesn't work so much on my face, but I think it looks great on this dog's face. Hey, Barbara. Oh, it's hot there and sunny, is it? Hey, Gwenny Square, glad to see you. Yeah, Gwenny Square is local to me, everybody. So. Oh, is Bev here? I didn't see Bev come in. Oh, okay. Anyway, oh gosh. Oh, excuse me. Oh, this is hard there. Diane asks whether I have any pets, and I do not right now. I would love to. And I did recently decide that the time might have come for me to find one. I actually need to make the house a little bit tidier before I set an animal loose in it. But that might be a reason to make it a little tidier. Jane closed her chat channel. I'm not sure which Jane you are. If you're the Jane I'm thinking of, I hope you haven't. Okay, Gwenny Square, that sounds good. Yes, Sharon, put my yarn up high. Also my stuffed animals. Jane, I thought I wondered if you were B. I hate to see you close down your channel. But you're always welcome up here. I'm going to post the link again if anybody wants to come up on the panel. I wonder what that was. Well, that's stupid. Anyway, coming back here. Oh, hello. Echidentesias?
That's moi. I forget that I put that there.
Okay.
Is a person that hides pain with a smile.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
That's what my doctor called me, and every time I go see her, she says, "Hey, you ex." I can never say ex. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna hurt myself trying to say that. Ex enthusiastic, and that's how she greet me every single time.
Well,
But
there
yeah,
you go.
I closed my channel last night. My channel had issues before because I used to have a channel that was Portuguese, English, Portuguese. Hi, Queenie.
Hey, girl.
Oh, her name is
Okay.
Andrea. How do you say?
Jane, I think I'm getting an echo on your end.
There's, I think it's because of my mic.
Now I'm not hearing you at all.
Here either.
So
If I mute, does the echo goes away?
it's when I say something.
And
I hear it. So
let me look.
Do you have two tabs open, one for YouTube and one for StreamYard?
Nope. I close everything to prevent all that to happen.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not a big deal.
Well, I thought maybe it
I'm
was
not hearing
my
it.
volume.
I'm actually not hearing it anymore.
I lowered my volume.
Oh, okay.
Probably it was so loud you were echoing through the whole.
That's possible. Okay, I
So
did hear it a little bit just then, but that's okay.
I'm
We
just
can
gonna
go on living.
clarify why I closed the channel so you don't get heartbroken. I know you're already heartbroken.
I live
My
heartbroken.
channel, I had this channel. It was a Portuguese English, and I used to do pretty well. I used to put a video, and then tomorrow I had 1,000 views. Blah blah blah, all the good stuff, and then I called the Brazilian Mafia. So the Brazilian Mafia got very jealous and they started attacking me and following me and do the hating thing that is exhausting. So yesterday I put a quick video. I had 7 views and 47 dislike. Didn't even make sense how they did that, but they did that. And I'm so tired of this hate. I don't even do videos in Portuguese anymore. I don't even do that well anymore. And I just thought, I need to focus on my health. I don't have time for this craziness. And I closed this channel, and now I'm going to finish my treatment, and then I'm going to start a brand new one at zero with a different email, with a different account to see, because I changed the name of the channel, but the link stayed the same. And then I called the Brazilian Mafia because some of them I have no idea. People probably should get a job or work or do something. They even have over 500 accounts just to attack other people. And I think, I do not know how I met these people. Was through live stream of other, we go to each other live stream, and somehow they stuck to me. And when I didn't want to do the same thing they wanted to do, then, enemies.
It sounds a little bit like there might be bots involved if there are that number of accounts.
Yeah, and they control a lot the Brazilian videos. They really control who, if you. And at that time I was new in YouTube. I didn't know anything about that, and they keep following me, and they keep, so here I am with a big headache. I cannot take any medicine because of the treatment. And life is too short for you to how you say, to suffer. I already
It really does not sound like it's worth it.
no. And as is, because my channel was about cooking American food in Portuguese, or Brazilian food in English, and then I changed for awareness. So I lost more than 900 subscribers as was. So it was, and my videos didn't have a lot of good comeback. So I thought, well, maybe I should just give it time, finish my treatment, and then start from zero again. I'm not doing this for the. I don't want to be. I don't want to be monetized. I don't think I can be monetized because of disability. I don't want to risk, So and I don't have that consistency that I used to have before of making that much videos and doing, and when you feel attacked, you lose your creative side.
Exactly.
I lost my mojo for videos. I had 2 channels, right? And the other one was doing pretty good, the one in Portuguese. And I just decided I with 6 months I couldn't make a. Somebody asked me, "Can you teach how to make an American banana bread and mac and cheese? How you make mac and cheese when you don't have a box of mac and cheese?" For people that live in different countries, it's not like you can go to the store and get a Kraft mac and cheese on the shelf. So you got to learn how to make from scratch. And I
Better
tried
from
to.
scratch.
It is. I don't eat cheese, but it is a whole different shebang. I used to cook them, but I don't eat it. But even the consistency of the whole shish kaboodle is a different stuff. You know
Shish
that.
caboodle, is that a Portuguese word?
No, that's what we used in Wyoming. The whole shish kaboodle.
So I agree. You really need to focus on your health and just getting better, and then, after a time, you can just regroup. And if you decide that you want to do it again,
Yeah,
start
if not,
over.
I can always be here. You're enthusiastic. I'm gonna break up this word again.
I like that.
Yeah, maybe that's gonna be the name of my new channel.
That'd be a cute name.
Sorry,
I said that would be a cute name.
I like
I
it.
there is nobody else that's a channel.
Enthusiast. Yeah.
And I'll
Yeah,
keep
but
you in
it's
my
funny
prayers. I'll
when
keep you in
Google
my health in my prayers.
when you ask the definition to that to Google and said somebody that hides pain or the desire to die, I was like, jeez, Google make it dark. Ay. But yeah,
Actually,
I had such a rough couple of days. Friday, there is I do not know if I can talk about another channel. There's another channel that they save seals um in Mumbia. I think that's the name of the location. So they go run after the seal with a thing and catch the seal and cut the fish lines, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
there is that's a little sad, but it's kind of so how I envision myself now. So there is a little seal, two puppies that was stuck to each other with the fish line, and one died, and the other dragging the dead weight, and it was cutting the neck. So I was feeling like that Friday because I mourn my healthy me. So that dead seal is the representation of what I used to be. So I keep dragging in any movement. I think, oh, maybe I'm healthy enough and maybe I can go back to work. Maybe, all that kind of hope that you have to have that normal life or do something productive like regular people, healthy people. And it got to the point that the puppy started biting off the dead body to see if it, so I think I'm in that stage. I'm biting off the dead body, the hope, that fake hope that I will be okay again. I need to, and this is why it's been so hard because I'm in the phase that I've got to accept that I'm not going to be okay. That's the cards that I have, and I have to make the best I can with what I have. And then it's a very harsh reality, and until I get out of these, I say, until I get back to, yeah, this is me. I'm ill. I'm okay. I put a real true smile instead of the fake smile. I don't think things come out of my mouth in a very positive way. And I think also I've noticed people get tired of my message of being kind to people with migraine, being kind with people with ads, being kind with people with disabilities or illness or whatever, because it's much easier for us to have empathy for somebody who had the flu and go over there and make a cup of soup or whatever than with somebody that deal with the same illness day in, day out for a year, for 2 years, for 3 years, for 10 years.
Mhm.
And it is really hard for the person to deal with that lack of empathy, or and I at the same time it get exhausting for other people to hear. There she goes again with her migraine. It is what I am what I am. So I decided that I need to regroup, cut that pup off of my neck, stop dragging that dead body and stop mourning my healthy me. I'm never going to be healthy as I used to be again. So it's a progressive illness. Illnesses is plural. So it is what it is, and I think I start seeing more clearly, because for the longest time you have this illusion or delusion that you will feel better. Yeah, you're gonna feel better. You're gonna overcome whatever, right? And you think, like people say, oh, just be positive, and you try the positive thing, it doesn't work because it's a true illness. And finally I'm accepting that it's a true illnesses, and I'm not gonna feel better, but I will learn how to cope and how to live every day with it, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And that's what I'm looking for. And until I learn all this, I don't think I can be making videos as it was. I was making one video a month, and then it wasn't that good of quality because I wasn't quite being myself, the true cheerful me. I went from being a tiger to being a Eeyore. And everybody loves Eeyore, I love it. But so it's difficult.
So we hear a lot nowadays about whatever the new normal is going to be. So it sounds like that's exactly what you're describing, is finding a new normal for you that doesn't involve that dead seal pup beside you. That is, it might not be what it once was, but it is, whatever works moving forward. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I had a friend, she has RA. But before the RA being diagnosed, blah, 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 she lost the arm. She said it was much easier to lose the arm than deal with RA every day. Because it's a progressive and it's a everyday. It's something that wears you out little by little by little. And then a lot of people don't know, but majority of the treatment for RA is like a chemo. So, and you go on that stupid chemo for 20 years and you shorten your lifespan in order not to let the illness go like this on you or affect your internal organs. So I thought that the way she put it was so interesting, how much easier to lose an arm than deal with something that kills you every day. At least the arm is gone. You have the phantom arm, but and I'm not trying to be like negative, but it's just, it is what it is. And I think I'm gonna find my mojo for all these things, or I may never find my mojo back into the YouTube or all these social media.
Well, you have had a difficult time, and you have every right to share it. And whether or not you create another channel, you're always welcome on any of our channels in the community, because everybody I know loves you.
I'm not sure everybody, but some people just put up with me. But I have been so blessed with the people that I met on YouTube. I met ugly, nasty people, but I also met fantastic people that you go like, wow, I didn't even know people like this existed anymore. I thought was endangered or extinct kind of people, but I met fantastic people. And
so in other words, you're calling me a dinosaur.
No, I'm telling you that you're superior.
Okay.
You don't
like a large body of water.
Like let's say in the world of margarine, you're true butter.
Love some butter. Love some butter.
It's not nice to fool Mother Nature.
Exactly.
Oh man, I haven't heard that in ages.
And a lot of people don't understand why I have a pickle with the margarine. Margarine was invented to fatten up turkey. The turkeys that you eat on on, and the animal reject. So what they're gonna say? What we're gonna do with all this butter or with this fat? Then they put flavor, butter flavor, and they sell to us, and we eat it. Not we, folks eat it.
And also in wartime, it was cheaper than real butter. Look who's
Exactly.
here!
Hello.
Hey,
Just
Glad
wanted
to
to let
see
you know
you.
why, and I'm gonna have a doctor's appointment, but I thought I owe you an explanation of why I gave up, so you wouldn't be what happened, what happened, and nothing really happened. I got tired of it. Um, I think it's just better for me to find my new whatever. And what I have been doing, I have been cleaning and decluttering and making my house a sanctuary.
oh boy.
That's the
Wait,
important thing, taking care of yourself.
I have my puppy that is in the end of her life span. She has the liver failure. She has a weak heart. And I thought, why would I share? I was about to share our goodbye. And I said, why would I share just to somebody be criticizing or make that beautiful? Because the goodbye is also a beautiful moment, as beautiful as when you first meet that puppy for the first time, and the puppy breath and all the good things of a puppy. I think there's a lot of beauty on old dog. And she's 14, she's fantastic. And I just decided I'm going to focus on this. I'm going to focus on whatever makes me happy, because YouTube wasn't making me happy.
I
Was
can
Hey, y'all,
completely
I got to
understand
go back
that.
to work.
I gotta
Oh
go back.
no!
Yeah.
Okay, bye bye. I will see you
My late
soon.
lunch is now over. So y'all have a good day. And Gwenny Square
Okay.
loves all of y'all. Mwah.
Hmm.
Have a good one.
All right,
Bye
y'all take care, and I'll see y'all
bye.
soon. Hey, David, this was also the first StreamYard
Oh
for me.
wow! Wow! I was your first then.
Yeah, and you remember that you were the first one that I ever got to chat on too. So
That's nice.
we'll see y'all soon. Y'all take care. Bye.
Okay. Bye bye.
I'm gonna go to my doctor's appointment. I love virtual doctor's appointment. Isn't that fantastic, Dave?
I've never had one of those.
Oh gosh, it's so odd for anybody that needs to go to a doctor. A televisit is it. You don't need to leave your house. You don't need to be at the doctor's office waiting. Like, cause your appointment's at 10. You get there 10 to 10. By 10:05, 10:15, you go inside of the room where you see the nurse. Then you wait 20 more minutes and you finally see the doctor. Then you have to wait for a whole bunch of things and you leave there in the end of the day. And the televisit you home, you can do your thing. Well, they can't stop me from crocheting. I always take the crochet bag with me, but uh, you're at home, you don't need to do that. And I think they should keep the televisits. Unless you need to be poked, probed, cut, stuffed, stitched, I think that's the best thing to do.
It
So,
sounds great. So I'm glad that you came up, and I hope
Yeah.
the doctor's visit goes well.
me too. Just a lot of blood tests, but it's just across the street.
Well, okay then.
Well, thank you, Dave.
Of
And thanks
course.
for the privilege of your time and for
Of
inviting
course.
me here.
Okay. Bye bye. So Kenny, it's just you and me.
Yes.
So what's going on with you nowadays?
Not much. I just been catching up on some videos.
Yeah. Cool. Cool. I see you online all the time doing your own lives.
Yes. I actually fell asleep on that one.
I think I was there for that. And we were all, oh, hey, Reggie. Let's see, and Kim is here, and I hope I didn't miss anybody else. But yeah, I think I was there for that, and we were all going, is he asleep? But
Yeah, that's what I went like over like 15 hours,
yeah.
and I only get credit for 12. Unfortunately,
It is what it is. Yeah. But you probably, awake, you probably would not have stayed on for 12 or any longer than 12 anyway, knowing that. So, hey, Gina.
hey Gina,
So, let me check the time.
I did
We
sleep,
have, okay.
I did sleep a good 10 hours that day though.
Oh, but, yeah. So we have about 10 more minutes, and then we all go over to see Brenda the Newbie Crocheter. But I also want everybody to be aware that Hy-Vee Does It All is having a marathon today to raise awareness and funds for the Trevor Project. So it's hard for me to remember. He started at 11 a.m. So I think that the marathon is running until 7 p.m. Eastern. So we should all go over there when we're able to
Mhm.
and just have a visit because Ezra is really fun. Kim, oh gosh, I don't have the link. Let me see if I do. Because I was just there. Mm,
What's that new channel name that you?
The channel name is Pivy Does It All, Pivy.
Okay, Pivy does though. I'll have to check see if I've got that person.
Oh, I have it here.
And I also want to know what the next live that you're going to is.
Well, I always do one on Wednesdays, my Wednesday free-for-alls, at 6 o'clock, immediately following Granny D.
Mhm.
And then I'm doing another holiday marathon on Sunday, which is the 4th of July, which will also be a celebration of my monetization.
Mm.
There will be champagne. I'm afraid I can't share with you because I can't ID all of you. So I will drink it all.
Mm.
And you can be sure of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it should be fun. So on Sunday, but I normally do lives on Tuesdays at 2 o'clock and Wednesdays at 6. I was doing them on Thursdays at 4:30, but then I stopped that. Sometimes I do them very early Saturday mornings, but that's usually when I never get around to actually recording a shout out Saturday, so I do it live. So well, that's that. That's the story
Okay.
with my live streams.
I didn't know. I was talking about like the next live that we're going to right after this one.
Okay. We're going to Brenda the Newbie Crocheter. If somebody will enter !Brenda, if a moderator will enter !Brenda, because my keyboard, of course, has fallen asleep. Hello, Mary Lou.
Hey, Mary Lou.
Okay, hold on a minute, and my keyboard will wake up. There we go. Okay, so now Nightbot should give us Brenda's link. Okay. Oh, Gina's going to have a cocktail with me on Sunday to celebrate. That's very good of you. Yeah. So, and that's at 3 o'clock that we go over there, and that's in about 6 minutes. So in about 2 or 3 minutes, I'm just going to close things down so that we can all go and have a pee before we sit down again for Brenda. So, well, Kenny, tell me what's going on with your life. You were talking about looking for work in the auto repair field, right?
Yeah, well, I've gotten somebody that's in the process of trying to help me get a job in that field.
Mm.
It may take some time, but it's through a voc rehab counselor. I think it's voc rehab job counselor or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They help people with it's in my condition find jobs. So that's
Mm-hmm.
what I'm awaiting on now. So
Well, I mean, it seems like, I mean, you've talked about, completing a program and having the knowledge and the experience for the job, and the only thing that might be holding you back is
is
perceptions of.
yeah. Well, most places around here that I've tried to get a job, they're like, you got to have it. They're looking for somebody that's had like 10, 15 years of experience already.
Well, how can you get that? You would probably have to go to a larger city, take a really, really low-paying job for a while, and then just work your way up. Unless you go to Walmart and change tires or something.
Well, see, there, and I don't know how to explain it. I mean, it got me because it's been like that everywhere I've tried to get a job. Because they've asked me, says, well, how much of experience do you have in this field? And I've had to say, well, uh, the only type of experience that I've had is where I took automotive all through high school and all through college, but they're saying that it's like that's not enough for them.
So yeah, it's really employment really
And,
sucks, really.
and another thing too is if I get hurt on the job, they're afraid that I'm gonna cost the job money with my disability and stuff, the liability and stuff.
I can see people thinking that, yeah. So it's
Because
well, I hope that
when I went for job interviews, they've had to have they've had to go with their big employer and through OSHA and all that stuff. And OSHA has come back and said, no, we can't take that chance. So, but this lady that I'm working with, I've told her the same thing, that's all I get. That's all I get because she's asked me, said, have you tried to go get jobs on your own? And I said, yeah. I said, I just get to run around. I never get anywhere. And, I either get told we're not hiring right now, or we'd like to hire you, but we just can't take the chance. And
yeah.
Or you got to have 10, 15 years of experience already before we hire.
Well, I hope something turns up, and I'm Yeah, I'm really sorry, but we're sort of out of time right now. So we have to head over to Brenda. So I did post the link for Brenda, right?
Yeah.
If you scroll up, you can find it. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. So I hope that people will go over and see Brenda and tell her that I sent you, and I will join you pretty soon. Okay. So I'm sorry to cut you off, Kenny, but yeah,
Thanks for having me up.
Of course. And goodbye, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Subscribe, like, share, comment, all of that stuff, and keep coming back.